Hello, welcome to Levant TV Headlines. US President Barack Obama attempted to rally allied commanders around his emerging strategy to defeat Islamic State jihadists as the US-led air armada stepped up its raids in Syria. Islamic State fighters have closed on the Iraqi town of Amriyat al-Fallujah, one of the last still controlled by the government in the troubled western province of Anbar. And clashes broke out between Palestinian worshippers and Israeli occupation forces at the Al-Aqsa Mosque as Israeli forces fired stun grenades and rubber-coated bullets towards worshippers and chased them out of the compound. A Saudi court has sentenced prominent Shiite cleric Nimr al-Nimr to death after convicting the anti-government protest leader of sedition. And forces loyal to Khalifa Haftar, a former Libyan general leading an offensive against the Islamic militia, have launched a new push to try to recapture the second city of Benghazi. Now let's have a look at top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting with the Egypt Independent, which leads reporting that a homemade bomb exploded near the Supreme Court in downtown Cairo, injuring 12 people while also destroying a car and damaging some shop fronts. The paper also reports that the Shia Muslim Houthi movement, which seized Yemen's capital Sana'a last month, has extended its control to the Red Sea port of Hodeidah, deploying checkpoints and also taking control of the city's airport. From Beirut, the Daily Sali is reporting that the Progressive Socialist Party leader Walid Jumblat says the Nusra Front is not a terrorist organization, as he called for talks with all opposition factions, including ISIS, in a political settlement over Syria. The paper also reports that Parliamentary Speaker Nabih Berri said Lebanon is buckling under pressure to meet the needs of 1.2 million Syrian refugees due to lack of international support and a growing economic crisis. The UAE's Khaleej Times leads reporting that the White House has said the US strategy to defeat ISIS militants in Iraq and Syria is succeeding as President Barack Obama prepared to meet allied defense chiefs. The paper also reports that the gunman has opened fire on 2 American employees of a US defense contractor, killing one and wounding the other at a gas station in Saudi Arabia's capital, Riyadh. Now let's have a look at top Middle East headlines from papers here in the UK. The Independent leads with the Middle East news, reporting that the US military has reportedly covered up to the discovery of huge numbers of chemical weapons in Iraq, stocks which now lie in the occupied lands controlled by ISIS. The paper says, according to an expose published today, American soldiers reported finding around 5,000 chemical warheads or bombs after the invasion of Iraq and the position of Saddam Hussein in 2003. The Guardian leads Middle East news, reporting that a Libyan militant already being held by the US has been indicted on new charges from the 2012 Benghazi attacks, including crimes punishable by the death penalty. The paper says the new 18-count grand jury indictment, which includes multiple charges of murder, had been widely expected since Ahmed Abu Khattala was captured in June by US Special Forces and brought to the United States to face trial. Also from the UK, The Telegraph reports that the US military admitted last night that ISIS has tactical momentum on several fronts as jihadist forces continued to make advances in both Syria and Iraq. The paper says American warplanes dramatically escalated strikes against the fighters, but have so far been unable to push the jihadists back. And now let's have a look at top Middle East headlines in international papers. From China, the Global Times leads Middle East news, reporting that a total of 50 people had been killed in clashes and airstrikes against the positions of the Islamic State militants in Iraq. The paper adds that Iraqi security forces continued attacks against ISIS positions during the day, killing 13 militants and destroying equipment and several vehicles. And finally, Germany's Deutsche Welle reports that the US President Barack Obama and the US military's top officer, General Martin Dempsey, met senior commanders from more than 20 Western and Arab allies involved in the Coalition of the Willing campaign to stem the self-proclaimed group Islamic State. The paper says the talks marked the first time high-ranking officers from so many nations have come together since the US-led coalition was formed in September, now comprising some 60 countries. That was it. For more updates, visit our website, levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, and bye for now.